But let's be honest, nothing affects the score of the game more than the pace of play. You could talk about physicality, defense, three-point shots in different eras. The reality is, if the game is at a snail's pace, it is going to dramatically affect the score of the game. And that was the case for the 2004 Pistons. Throughout the regular season, the 2017 Warriors actually averaged about 13 more possessions per game than the 2004 Pistons. But what's even crazier is that the Warriors actually picked up the pace in their playoff season, while things slowed down for the 2004 Pistons. Again, if the Warriors are getting 14 to 15 less opportunities to score on every single night, then of course scores are going to be dramatically affected. Regardless, Golden State is going to be nearly impossible to put the clamps on for just about any team. But these 04 Pistons were not just any other team. I actually think they matched up with Golden State quite well. Chauncey Billups was their starting point guard. He's going to be guarding Steph Curry, and Chauncey Billups was a two-time All-Defender. It's not a bad matchup. Richard Hamilton has a high IQ and he's good at coming off screens. He'll be a good candidate to guard Klay Thompson. I'm not saying they're shutting these guys down, I'm just saying that they'll do a decent job. And then a small forward for Golden State, you have Kevin Durant. And again, there's nobody that can stop Kevin Durant regularly. But I will say, when you're looking at the vast history of NBA defensive players, and especially wing defenders, one of the guys who stands out as a good candidate to contain Durant is actually Tayshaun Prince. He's 6 foot 9 inches tall with an incredibly long wingspan, and he was one of the best defensive players of his era. Very few players can match Durant with his length, and Tayshaun is one of the guys who actually can. Then you have Rasheed and Draymond guarding each other on the court, and I think we all can admit that would be highly entertaining, especially when you bring their antics and attitude into the equation. And then at center, you're going to have Zaza Pachulia and Ben Wallace. And especially when it comes to the boards and the defensive play, Ben Wallace is going to be eating him for lunch. Again, Warriors are threats all over the court. They have incredible scorers, they have incredible shooters. You're not just going to clamp these guys across the board. So trust me, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Detroit's one of the teams that actually might be well suited to defend them, especially when you consider how they're arguably the greatest defensive team of all time.